We are live. This is the Aaron Zero Show podcast for November 23. What do we have in the headlines? The Canadian government says it has no evidence that Prime Minister Modi or Mr. Jaishankar or Mr. Doval were involved in the killing of Mr. Nijar, a Khalistani terrorist who was killed in Canada. And so that is the Canadian story of late. And what else do we have here? The Forex reserves have lost $18 billion and were at a high of 704 billion in the month of September as global investors have moved out money from the stock market. And the Sensex, on the other hand, has shot up 1900 points. Uh, so it's a good bull run on the Dalal Street with a lot of stocks going up, and including Adani stocks, which had temporarily gone down following the US bribery charges. Uh, this, uh, this is the state of affairs just now. And let us see in other international news. What can we say? Queen frontman Freddie Mercury publicly revealed that he had AIDS on this day in 1991. He died the next day. And what do we have here? Yeah. This back here, and we are back. Back in position. So President Putin says stock ready for more combat tests of new missile, the Oreshnik hypersonic missile, which is a new intermediate missile which was used against Ukraine. President Putin has ordered restocking and more manufacturing of this missile and says that he will be having more development of such type missiles as long as Ukraine has access to U.S. and other European missiles. That's his message. And Ukraine to hold emergency talks. Kyiv cancels House session, and NATO and Ukraine to hold emergency talks. Uh, there are about 10,000 North Korean troops in Ukraine, Russia, and Ukraine area. And North Korea, in exchange, has been given oil and missiles and radar systems by the Russians. Then, what do we have here? The missile speed was over 13,000 kilometers per hour, took 15 minutes to reach target, according to Ukraine. Viktor Orban, Prime Minister of Hungary, has invited Netanyahu, Israeli Prime Minister, for a meeting, while all European countries have said that Netanyahu would be arrested as there's an ICC warrant out for him. And Mr. Trump is very lucky. The court has allowed Trump to seek hush money conviction dismissal. I don't know what's going on there. And a judge confirmed on Friday that the president-elect won't be sentenced this month for 34 felony counts he's convicted of. So that's justice for you in the US of A. Actor Sebastian Stan, who played Trump in film, said he missed out on actors interview because Hollywood is afraid to discuss President Trump. And singer Katy Perry wins 5-year long trademark battle against Australian designer label Katy Perry, and the designer says she has lost everything. Then Pam Bondi, who defended Trump in first impeachment, is going to be the new Attorney General. She was formerly Attorney General of Florida. So that is the story there. Matt Gaetz not alone. Other Trump picks are also linked to misconduct. A lot of these people, Linda McMahon, Pete Hegseth, and Robert Kennedy Jr., they all have some misconduct claims going on them. Iran says it's activating advanced centrifuges after UN watchdogs censure over nuclear secrecy. Censure came on the heels of a confidential report earlier this week in which the IEA said Iran had defied international demands to rein in its nuclear program, increased its stockpile of uranium enriched to near weapons grade levels. Then the Chinese have hacked into US telecom is one of the most serious in history. Recent breach of innermost sources of workings of US telecom systems reach far deeper than the Joe Biden administration described. And then Mr. Bolsonaro has been indicted for coup bid, his political revival hit. Mr. Bolsonaro of Brazil. And a portrait by Baroque painter Caravaggio, held in a private collection, was discovered over 60 years ago on display for the first time in a Rome museum. Just a handful of surviving Caravaggio portraits. Most are lost or destroyed. And then what else do we have? King Charles' coronation bill of £72 million sparks outrage from taxpayers, which is about $90 million. And I guess they don't want to pay it. And that's what we say. They don't want to pay. And what else do we have here? A little bit of something else. Some of the movies out this week are I Want to Talk with actor Abhishek Bachchan, Wicked musical fantasy with Cynthia Envo, Ariana Grande, and what's this? Thai Akkar drama with Mrinal Kulkarni, All We Imagine with Divya Prabhat. So I think this is the one that won an award. Anyway, that's a day. This is the Aaron Zero Show in the podcast. Thank you very much. Subscribe.